going on? This is John Dudley Speaks. I'm your host, Toxic Masculinity. And welcome to a new segment on the channel called Bollywood Movie Night. My wife and I and our friends got together recently, we watched a movie, and I want to cover it. Why? Because I feel enlightened, alright? I am a husband to an Indian woman. This is recon for me. For this inaugural episode, I'll be dishing out quick thoughts about the 2013 romantic comedy drama road trip adventure movie. I swear these movies are genreless and I love it. Yeh Jawaani Hai Deewani. First and foremost, I want to congratulate Netflix on their incredible translations of Hindi in this movie that somehow make a lot of these lines seem either rude or just flatly incomprehensible. Here's some of my favorites. I could never live like you people. When you danced in those jeans, she was floored. Insane phrasing. Someday, I'll take you to San Francisco to eat their famous hamburgers. Didn't know that was a thing there. And there was something in there about how Naina isn't exactly the kind of girl you flirt with, but the one you fall in love with. I'm starting to feel like that wasn't the translation's fault. That's just probably what he meant. As much as that added to my enjoyment of this movie, because let's face it, this movie is a total blast, the fun doesn't stop there. Though I had a tough time following the setup of this film's plot. Language barrier is one reason, and me being stupid is another. Essentially, we got these four characters that have a 3-day experience with each other that they never got over, and 8 years later, they finally move on with their lives. Is that it? Is that it? Nope. You're forgetting nuance. Is what my wife would say. You see, the trek that Bunny, our main protagonist who is puzzlingly misogynistic, goes on with Aditi and Avi, as well as I'm Not Like Other Girls, I Study, other main character Naina, it brings this group of four together, especially Naina. She was finally sold on this group dynamic when a huge brawl breaks out, because there's nothing better to bring people together than violence. Also, I mean, until she took her glasses off, I didn't realize she was played by Deepika. That's the power of love. One day, you're boring, then you fall in love with Ranbir Kapoor, and all of a sudden you're hot and your hair blows in the wind. Surely there's nothing more to that because he's a good dude on and off screen, right? Right?
I love you. No.
But hey, like I said before, say it with me, Naina's not good enough to flirt with, only to fall in love with. There, you got it. Bunny's philosophy when it comes to marriage is so cliche and hilarious because we've seen this kind of film before. But listen, Bunny's a different kind of fuckboy, okay? He's an adventurer. Adventure fuckboy, if you will. He could never settle down. He doesn't want the same food 500 times, according to what Netflix tells me in their translation. But his career comes first, until it doesn't in the name of plot development.
I love you.
Also, apparently Avi is in love with Aditi, and I totally missed that. Changed my whole viewpoint of the film from then on, and I only realized it with 15 minutes left. Again, idiot. Also, some stray observations that I had. Taran, the dude getting married, he totally looks like an egg here. Hey! I mean, look at his Humpty Dumpty head. He looks like such a goofball. I love it. No notes, 10 out of 10. I said this while watching the movie, and I will say it again and again as I see this man. Also, his shirts, I can't dunk on it. That's probably something I wear. Moving forward, the infantilization of Lara is cringe. It's gross. She's really hot. Avi's hair looks incredible in the first scene that he's in. And then oddly, it looks terrible for the majority of the movie, except for the end. I can't explain it. I have no idea why. Maybe the lighting was off in some shots and not others, but hey, I just gotta call it how I see it. This is a beautiful man for maybe 20% of the movie. Also, speaking of the ending, we almost took a very different approach towards the tone of this movie. The boys are roughhousing, as boys do. And you know how that goes. They get a little rough, but eventually they make up, and oh my god, he's throwing a glass. But I don't want to get too in the weeds of the drama because we're not here for the drama, we're here for the bangers. I mean, those bangers are here to distract you from the fact that Bunny is a total piece of shit. I read a Letterboxd review about how this movie is basically 2.5 hours of asking the question of whether or not a man can just completely suck. And that's genuinely how I felt about him for the duration of the movie. He doesn't even have a redemptive arc at the end. He just falls in love and commits to loving. It's not like he's compromising in any way. But hey, as the saying goes, marriage fixes everything. It's a good lesson, all right? I give him a year. Also, one of our friends laughed at the airport scene where he sees another version of himself, and she was just like, oh my god, it's his twin. And no lie, I would have died if that was the twist ending of this movie. I stayed up laughing my ass off that night before I went to bed. It's just, oh my god. Missed opportunity. But hey, one more thing. Justice for Vikram. He did nothing wrong. He showed up. He said his lines. And then Bunny just totally crashes out. Just says, oh, you're speaking to another man? I thought you only talked with me. I thought you only drank with me. She's known him him a collective 3 days. He didn't have a leg to stand on. Our whole group let out a collective fuck you at him when Deepika tells him that Vikram left, and he immediately, before she even finishes her sentence, says, "I love you." That's rancid behavior, alright? That's not even like adventure fuckboy behavior. He's just being a fuck. Bunny. Occupation, fuck. All jokes aside, I really enjoyed this movie. The production quality is fabulous. The direction of the musical sequences is top tier. The performances are over the top in the best way. And even with its unlikable protagonist, I couldn't help but be moved by the end. But yeah, I'm excited to keep expanding my knowledge of the Bolly sphere. So until next time, this is Bollywood Movie Night. Stay floored, everyone.